Good morning, everybody. It is, well, doesn't know what day it is. It's just another day, but it's foggy, overcast, and just nasty looking. Um, we are, one, I think we're under a freeze advisory unless it already ended. And two, there's chances of winter weather hitting us Friday. So it's like the gloomy, foggy, nasty, cold type weather before the storm. I've already heard about different cases of up north where they've had some really bad weather that is just accident prone. Excuse me. If you're wondering, this is actually, it looks like chocolate milk, doesn't it? But it's actually a chai tea latte. Tazo makes a concentrate that you just come home, you bring home, and you mix it with milk, and you can either have it hot or cold. I prefer cold. I don't know why, but a hot latte or a hot chai latte does not taste that great to me. But I was reading some of your comments this morning, and first off, um, I understand a lot of the questions that are going on, but there is one there is this one chain. I don't remember when it started or whatnot, if it was my last video or not. But ladies, Nelly has been with me for a very long time, since basically day one. So is Sheila, if she ever decides to post. I don't need anybody jumping on anybody's back. But the thing is, what Nelly said, which caused a lot of problems, is it's nobody needs to know everything. I don't need to tell every story. I don't need to tell every detail. I don't even remember the question, let alone the video that started it. But if we can try to keep it positive and just listen to each other. Now, I understand, because I read Nelly's comment as well. And, okay, she was right, but she was wrong. I mean, both Nelly and Autumn, who asked the question, you're both right. Right. I don't need to be looking into GB or Diane or nothing or anything like that. I've actually given up on GB. I have a family member who is not only a computer tech, but she is also, well, one of my cousins is a computer tech. The other one is just got her degree, and well, she's been working with cyber law, basically. Well, that's what she calls it, for a couple years, and she just finally got her degree in prosecution. So she's looking into that, and well, I don't know what's going to happen, but she's going to advise me. And she found a way around their passcodes and stuff like that. She found out you don't have to be a member to look at it. You can just sit there and look at it and, you know, be in the shadows like they are on my channel. So, you know. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to talk about that. To me, it's a mute point. It's getting downright stupid. And those aren't even my words. Those are words from other people who have been in the bakery enough to realize it's just all a bunch of negative prattle, you know. But the other comment that almost sent me over the edge, almost caused me to get into a tangent, and it was about Germany. And she was she was saying that you would rather live in a socialist style, you know, where the taxes are high and blah blah blah. And I went, yeah, I would. You know why? 90% of those taxes go back to the people, not to the government. Do you realize here in America, we get 10% of what we put in taxes goes to the government, not us? In Germany and other European countries, most of their taxes, probably about 90% of their taxes, goes into keeping the roads clean, keeping the roads without potholes, repairing damages to their roads, repairing damages to their infrastructure. Most of the money that the people of Germany and other countries, I think even England does this, that tax money that is so high that we complain about, which we don't realize that our tax money is high too. The thing is our tax money does not go back to us. In Germany, it goes back to the people. It goes back to the infrastructure. It goes back into their clinics, their medical facilities. 9 times out of 10, when you go to a medical facility in England, I heard this on a documentary about English medicine. It was a documentary on world medicine compared to America, and America is low on the chain. In England, they actually give you money for coming in to see your doctor, and usually that money is to take care for your parking bill, or basically they're paying you back money that you would have earned going to your job. So they're basically paying you to go see the doctor. In Germany, I remember this because I was there. My landlord, when we lived off base, had to have a procedure done. She went in one day, got the analysis, and went, oh yeah, we need to do this. And within 24 hours, she was in the doctor, had the procedure done, and home. You know how much it charged her? Practically nothing. Pennies on the dime, basically. I would rather be paying high taxes knowing that my tax money is going back to me one way or another, or at least going back to the country one way or another. Here in America, it's the opposite. It is lining the bureaucrats' pockets. And here's another thing. Germany is not a socialist system. It's a democratic system. Yeah, Germany is a democratic nation. It's not communist. It's not you want to call your medicine social medicine and whatnot? That's fine and dandy. You want to say that their taxes are high? That's fine and dandy. But have you ever lived there? Yeah, I lived there. Granted, it's been 30 some odd years since the last time I was in Germany. 84, 83, 84. But I still have people, I've reconnected with people that I knew in Germany. I reconnected with people that I never knew in Germany. The internet is a great thing for becoming pen pals with somebody from a foreign nation. There is a program or an app online, or not an app. Excuse me. There might be an app, but I had. I don't use it no more because I'm connected with the people I want to be connected to. But there is a website that you can go to, and I can't remember the name of it, that you can become pen pals with people from around the world, different ages. I've got a pen pal that is I've got one who is in Japan. We connected because of anime. I've got one in Australia. I think I've got one in South Africa. No, she moved out of South Africa. She moved back to England. So now it's England. At least one or two other ones in Europe. I never connected with anybody from South America. I don't know why. I'm open. I even said in the, you fill out an application and they ask you what nations do you want to have pen pals from. And I said any. Because, that's me. I like to learn. I like to find out things from people. And no, for those of you who are thinking I was trying to find a way to escape America with a different person other than my wife, no. Because if I ever got the chance to move to another country like Ireland, England, Germany, wherever, my my wife would be with me. Now, if we went to Ireland or Scotland, Mom would be like, "I'm going too," which, you know, if that ever happened, I would have been like, "Well, that's your choice. I'm not telling you yes or no. I'm just telling you it's your choice. I don't know where we're gonna stay, what kind of lifestyle we're gonna have. Don't know, you know." So that kind of thing. Um, but life is what it is. You know, I would. There are certain things that, yeah, okay, taxes over in Europe are higher than America, but again, most European countries that I've ever learned about, that money is not really the government's money; it's the people's money, and it's up to the people what happens with that money. And usually, it's either put up for a vote or it's automatically, it goes right back to the people for medical. It goes right back to the infrastructure to keep everything from being, bad. I mean, look at some of our roads. Some of our roads throughout this nation are for shite. And the government is getting billions of dollars worth of income tax money. Where's it going? It sure ain't going into our infrastructure. It ain't taking care of our roads. Now, I know certain roads are government, some roads are state, and some roads are city. The separation of the three, which I think is a pile of bunkus, because you don't see that in Germany. You don't see that in any other country I know of. And they've got counties. They don't go by city. They go by county and country. So, I mean, where's our money going to? It sure ain't going back to us. I know that for a fact by just looking around my country. It's really sad. It really is. We are literally considered by Forbes magazine the worst of the worst. We are one of the worst nations around the globe because of high disability. People aren't happy. Our country is for shite. I mean, just look around you, folks. Quit watching the TV. Get out there and look around. Take your blinders off. And I can say this for two reasons. One, child of the military, I know how things work. I've seen it personally. Two, I've been to other places. Do you realize that, you go over the border to Canada, things are a whole lot better. Their roads are better. Their medical facilities are better. Their well care is better. They're right north of us, and they've got it better than we do. You go south, to Mexico. Oh, yeah, it might look like a poor nation and whatnot, but, their medical facilities are better. They take care of their people. I understand why a lot of people want to leave Mexico because, several years ago, the government in Mexico wasn't all the greatest, according to the news. But you know what? There is no American dream no more. I mean, the original idea of America has gone to the wayside. It really has. And I'm not talking ill about my country, the place I live and whatnot. I'm talking truth. I'm talking about what I see. I'm talking about what I grew up with. And I've seen our country from the 80s to today go downhill. I mean, yes, President Obama tried to get a universal health care. People complained about it because it was like socialism, and no, it wasn't. It was stuff that he probably took from foreign nations going, oh, this would probably help our country out a whole lot better. He took ideas from foreign countries trying to make our country better because he saw exactly the same thing I see. Our country is going downhill in a handbasket. And it's no longer in a handbasket. It's now on a miner's cart on a roller coaster that's out of control. Now, people wanted to call it Obamacare. That's fine and dandy. I had no problem with Obama. His ideas for our nation seemed pretty, good. Then we had to have somebody who wanted to tear it down and make it look like he did it. Take somebody else's idea. Problem is, it failed. I'm sorry. And I'm not talking about the seat of the president, because I honor the seat of the president. But like a lot of military personnel, I know I'm not here for the president. I'm here for the people. So yeah, Trump screwed us over big time. And now we have, Joe Biden, who's been in the military. He's been in, the Oval Office. He knows how all that stuff runs, and he's trying to make it better. And far as I can tell, he's doing a pretty good job. He's signed more bills that have passed in the first month of his residency in office than Trump ever did. So if you're a Trumpster, I'm sorry. I'm just pointing out the way I see it. But the problem is with most Trumpsters is they're all a bunch of negative people anyhow who want to sit around on their tuchus and do nothing. The only thing he might have done that was worthwhile, maybe it wasn't Trump, maybe it was Biden, I don't remember, was passing bills for COVID, even though Trump wanted to deny it until he got it, and then supposedly got the miracle drug that healed him overnight, which I find to be a bunch of bullshit. Another act of his. That's all Trump was, an actor, wanting attention. Biden doesn't want attention. He wants things done. Yeah, he might make a show of it, but the thing is, the show is to prove to the people that he's doing what needs to be done for the people. Not for himself, not for the big wiggers, not for the 1%ers. No. He remembers the day when this country was good, when this country was proud and can stand up and be proud. Not for a president, not for, something that somebody in Oval Office did, but for the people. Because that's exactly what this nation was built on, but has lost, is for the people. The president shouldn't be doing anything for himself. The president should be doing everything he can for the people. And that's what Biden is doing. Trump, not so much. Now I'm going to get off my soapbox because I don't really want to get into a political, he said, she said, which one was right, which one was wrong. The proof is in the pudding is all I'm going to say about it. But, as for those people who keep on coming to me asking about why hasn't Jerry put up a video, well, she's in Vegas. She's having a good time with her sister, her friend, her nieces, and by the end of the day, when she sometimes does vlogs, she's too tired to do them. She's barely, coherent enough to do a video phone call so we can say goodnight to each other. And I try to talk to her throughout the day to see how she's doing, but, if she's busy, it's a short conversation. We used to hold long conversations at the end of the day, but, she's been wiped. Let's just put it this way. I know Julie. Julie is probably, trying to get her to be more up and active and like really busting her chops not to be so stagnant, which I love her for, because that means hopefully when Jerry gets back, she'll be more active around the house, maybe even around town, who knows. I highly doubt it unless they're going to a specific location. But I don't know if I'm getting sick or not because last 24 hours, my body has been like joint wise, not just aches and pains from various locations that are kind of normal, but jointal. I mean, my joints, my hands are cold, my joints are stiff, my back is stiff. I'm having intermittent coughing, and I'm like, I hope I'm not getting sick. It's the last thing I need right now. I know I push myself to do a lot of stuff, and granted, it doesn't look like it in this room because I've been focusing on trying to get the house cleaned up so I can start setting it up for Christmas. And, well, between my back hurting like it has been and my left foot, which is the foot that has a fallen arch, it is like really been a pain in my butt lately. Been hurting, especially the top of my foot. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I have a medical appointment on Monday. So hopefully whatever's going on can get looked at and taken care of, as soon as possible. The last thing I need though is the doctor sending me for physical therapy because I've done all kinds of physical therapy and it only helps for a certain extension, and then it just feels like everything's falling apart. It like makes it worse, and I'm gonna ask the doctor to have me sent to get X-rays from my lower back because of the herniated discs that I found out back in New York. I'm hoping it's not getting worse. Because the last thing I want to do is find out it's getting worse, and having the doctors, between my main doctor, probably my orthopedic doctor for my back. What doctor did I go to for my back? Was it an orthopedic doctor? No, that was for my foot. I don't know. I might have to see a spine guy, and they're either going to pump me full of drugs or they're going to suggest a easier lifestyle, and I'm going to be like, well, the only way I'm going to have an easier lifestyle is if I'm forced into retirement at an early age with benefits, which I don't want. I would rather find a sit down job, a job where I can be on a stool or sitting someplace just watching monitors or security systems or, one thing or another like that. I don't want to be having to lift or carry or, it's just, even scrubbing the floors at work, it gives my back a workout. It really does not do my back any good. And I don't know. Bad thing is I'll be set with a monthly paycheck instead of a bi-monthly paycheck, and have to learn how to live off of that, and who knows what else. I don't want to say the good thing is I'll be able to go camping or RVing or anything like that, which, I don't even know if I'll be able to afford. And no, I'm not asking people to give me money for stuff like that. That's not my... I don't really like handouts. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to retire until they force me to. Yes, I have plenty of medical reasons to be forced retirement, but no. So if anybody thinks I'm begging for money or anything like that, you're full of shite, because no. My father did not raise somebody to do that. He raised somebody to basically keep working until forced out of work. It's one of those things that's ingrained in me. I don't ask for handouts. I didn't even like the idea of last summer going and collecting unemployment, which I was allowed to collect through the college, but, no, thank you. No. If I'm unemployed, that's because of medical reasons, not because of the end of the school season or whatever. No. So get that out of your head, whoever started that goofball stuff. I'm trying to check my settings on this water, see if it still tastes good. These circle bottles have been really delicious, especially when you find the right ones. It's an Asiago grape, and it still tastes good. I have that one in here, and then I have one in my room for nighttime meds and morning meds, and it's a watermelon strawberry flavor. But now, I mean, out of all the things I've talked to you guys about, if you haven't gotten it yet, let me simplify it. One, I'm not a beggar. I don't ask for anything. You know, even if it's, I don't even ask for assistance around my own house. If I can do it myself, I'm going to do it myself. If I can't do it, well, I guess it doesn't need to be done, or somebody else can try to do it. So I don't beg for nothing. I don't ask for anything. Which my wife sometimes gets mad at me because it's like, well, if you would have asked for help, it wouldn't have been so frustrating. No, it was frustrating because the instructions are no longer in English. It's in pictogram. It's like you have to learn how to play Pictionary just to do some of these, instructions. The thing about Hensons, or at least my family, I don't know, there might be other Hensons that aren't even related to me, I don't know. We're a pig-headed lot. We are pig-headed, we are stubborn, and we don't take anything, let alone ask for anything. You know, if we can't make it ourselves or buy it ourselves or earn it ourselves, it ain't worth it. It's not. Just, I love going out to restaurants and I love eating out when I can't afford it. You know, especially like I prefer to go to places that I know I'm not going to be able to cook. That's why I like Asiatic restaurants, because I can't cook Asiatic. Now I can make it look like an American Asian dish, but I'm not good at making dumplings. I'm pretty sure if I had recipes, I could probably make it myself. But getting it from the authentic, the people who are, from those parts of the world that can make those dishes, I love going to their restaurants, because I know I can't do it here at home. Yeah, Colton's is one of our favorite steakhouses or steak places here in town. If we ever are out of town, it's like, where can we eat that's not in Rolla? Oh, there's Outback Steakhouse. There's Longhorn, Texas Roadhouse. Places like that we don't have in town. But I take pride and joy in being able to make food here at home. Lately, between my stomach and mom's stomach, we haven't really been eating the best. I try to eat, something that's going to help me feel better, like soup, chili. Now, when my stomach's bugging me, I don't eat chili because, those spices don't agree with my stomach. But if I have like just a simple cold or something like that, I take a can of chili and I doctor it up. I put some extra spices in there to give it a little bit of kick. My stomach might not be happy with me, but the rest of my body is like, yes, we're going to cook this stuff out of our system. And that's what I end up doing. In fact, I got to get some more chili because I only got one can. That one can might suffice. I don't know when I'll eat it, but like this. If this is just simple congestion and I eat a can of chili, between the heat of the chili when it goes down plus the heat of the spices going through my system, that congestion won't last very long. That's why I should be drinking tea or something like that right now. But, excuse my language. 1:30, I gotta get off this and do something. I slept in today. I've been sleeping in lately because I just haven't been feeling well. In fact, yesterday, because I was feeling so icky, I slept most of the day. I actually had a 45-minute nap yesterday afternoon. And I tell you, when I woke up from that 45-minute nap, I felt a whole lot better. My back was not bugging me. My foot bugged me because I had to, step down on it. But my back was like, didn't even feel that bad. Just felt like somebody was poking me in the kidney or something, or somewhere between the kidney and the spine. But not that I don't care what some people say, but the thing is, there are certain subjects, and I tried to stay off of them today because I knew I would go down a rabbit hole, and this would be who knows how long. There are just certain things that I am very adamant about, and I'm pretty knowledgeable in those areas because I've either lived it, studied it, or did it. And yeah, I've done mailman. I've done no, I did not do the mail. I've done spells. I worked with Wicca in the past. And this was during a time of my life where my life was turned upside down because of family tragedy. And, well, I think also is somehow, some way, I was always connected to the old ways anyhow. I just did not understand them back then as a kid. Because even though I went to Sunday school and did all the things that you're told to do as a child, I didn't feel that connected to the people. The words, yeah. The understanding of who Jesus was or is, yeah. But as I grew older, I realized that everything was interconnected in one way, shape, or form. And that's the way I am now. Everything is connected. There has to be, the universe calls for balance. And beings, I am a Libra on the cusp of being a Scorpio. Yeah. What is Librans known for? Balance. We need balance. But anyhow, for those of you who joined for the positive, or listening for the positive, reasons and whatnot, I thank you. Hopefully I'll get your thumbs up. Anybody and everybody is willing or able, not willing, me. Anybody and everybody is willing, or see, there I go. My brain is like, if you're willing and you want to, you can place your comments in the comment box. I will try to get to them. It might take me a couple hours to a day, but yeah, I get to them. If you're new to my channel and are interested in some of the things I had talked about today or in past videos, and maybe today is the day you decide to join, go right ahead. You can click the subscription button and a little bell will pop up. You click on that and YouTube will let you know when I put in the next video. Until next time, bye.